Hello everyone, welcome back for another weekly vlog of pre-K. For those of you that are new here, my name is Kristen Lankford. I teach pre-K in Florida and my videos are just basically telling you what we do each week and the things that we're learning and how we do it. Okay, so this week's theme is St. Patrick's Day. We have some cute little St. Patrick's Day leprechauns hanging up that I'll show you in a minute. And we are not doing a letter of the week, we're doing a letter review. So things are a little bit different this week. Luckily, we're getting to a lot more books, so that's exciting because the past couple of weeks I feel like our reading time has been cut as far as reading books. We're definitely getting to our small group, which in my opinion is more important, but they still need practice listening to stories and answering questions in a whole group setting to prepare them for kindergarten. Today is Wednesday. I was unable to record yesterday and then Monday we had no school. So I'm just gonna get started now in the middle of the week. First thing I wanna show you is today was cooking day. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you our quick, easy snack that we did. All right, we have it still set up. I need to clean it up, but we are going the whole St. Patrick's Day theme. So we used this bowl to put Chex Mix here inside, and then we used some Lucky Charms and then some white chocolate chips, and we let the kids come up with a Ziploc bag. I held the bag. They got to scoop each ingredient into the bag. They practiced zipping a Ziploc bag, which still need help with. They mixed it up without crumbling it, and then we called it Leprechaun Bait. And then they ate it, and they thought it was delicious. A lot of them have never tried a white chocolate chip, so they thought that part was great. And that was it. We actually didn't even have to do our cookbook because this is not part of our cookbook. Basically just the letters of the week are part of our cookbook. So simple little task that was still fun. Here is the leprechaun that I was talking about. I'll show you what the kids did so far. Very simple. We had to put this up here because one of the students that was here, when they're done making the craft, we have to remove the items or they'll just keep gluing. We got some glue sticks. We have the orange squares for the beard. We have the yellow buckle. And then we have the black part to go under and then the yellow buckle on top. We let them dab some eyes and then they used a black marker for the smile. We have behind here, we have the face and the hats. For our sensory bin, we put in lots of gold coins. We put those split green peas in here. We put Easter grass to hide the stuff. We put our forceps because they are supposed to pick up coins and add them into the pot of gold. And then also you could dig for little leprechauns that were part of a game in small group. There was extras, so we put some in here as well as the Play-Doh. And speaking of Play-Doh, here it is. We just put fake money. We put still the colored rainbow things in here. We added some green and gold. We put yellow and green beads, some golden rings, and the leprechauns. Okay, so like I said, we have a different week this week. We are doing a poem. We have not gotten to write out the poem, but we did practice it. It's to, like, I'm a little teapot. I love those kind of poems. And it's I'm a little leprechaun, and we go through that, so we can show you that later in the week. And we are also laminating all of our letter crafts because at the end of the year we put them into a book, so that's kind of like a side project happening right now. Spring break is just 2 days away, so we are counting down the minute. Also here on my table, another craft that I didn't hang up, but the BDI, all my exiting kids folders are here, my stuff so that I can grab and go. Earlier today, my entire table was full of folders and papers and stuff everywhere, and I've gotten 3 kids done already. Okay, so books so far that we have read, the very first one that we read was this cute little book called Lucky Tucker. I got it from Scholastic, I feel like, but it doesn't really say Scholastic, so maybe somewhere else, I'm not sure. It's super cute. It's just about a dog that's having a bad day, waking up on the wrong paw, and then he rolls around in a bed of clovers, and then we talked about like his luck is gonna change, and they made some predictions about how a dog's luck would change, like what kinds of things would be really exciting for a dog. Things like getting a treat, getting a new toy. And then as we read the story, we talked about if their predictions were correct. Then today we read the luckiest St. Patrick's Day ever. And this one was just for a fun read aloud. It had a lot of rhyming words in it, so we talked about those rhyming words as we came up with them. I also like to read the sentence and then leave out that last word to see if the kids can come up with a rhyming word on their own. So we did some of that, and then there was some vocabulary like mischievous and top of the morning. Then the other two books that we're gonna read at some point, probably this one at the end of the week, is just The Night Before St. Patrick's Day. Fun little read aloud. And as always, there was an old lady who swallowed, and this time it's a Clover with some retelling. So that's it for now. I'm gonna head home and I will revisit you guys later. Hello, happy Friday before spring break. I am pumped. It is actually my lunch break because during my break when the kids are outside, I didn't have time to record because I had a million other things to do, including braiding my friend's hair. So anyways, I'm here. I'm gonna wrap up this video. My last week video, I said I was gonna wrap it up and then I forgot to wrap it up. But I know on Friday afternoons, I'm ready to leave and I forget to get my camera out. So my lunch break, I'm going to record our small groups and just be done and be excited for a week off. Here we go. Okay, so you probably can't see the disaster that is my desk, but I have checklists for exiting pre-K kids. I have folders, I have cume folder, I have like paperwork everywhere, just trying to touch and go. BDI stuff, like I need to work on that too. But in relation to what we're doing this week, our social emotional card for second steps was about joining in with play. So, you know, we talked about inviting people to play, and now on them, how can they ask somebody to play? And so we just did a puppet script, and then we did this story about how this little girl is watching and what things she could say to join in, and just getting them to, you know, nonchalantly be like, wow, that looks like a lot of fun. And then, can I play too? And then today was super cute because I had them pretend that they were playing, and then I brought the puppets out and the puppets came up to them and were like, either an example or a non-example. So it's like, hey, give me that. And they would be like, no. And then we role played like how they could handle that if a friend was mean like that. Or I had an example of saying, wow, that looks like really good food. Can I play in the restaurant? You know, so easy peasy, lots of role playing. They love to role play. All right. For small groups for literacy, it was the theme of St. Patrick's Day. We always do computer for one of them. Our independent type group that Miss Sam kind of helped was matching the uppercase letters to like a lowercase letter, and they just did it on the rug. Unfortunately, some of them were missing. So they were like, we can't find this letter. And I was like, okay, it looks like we lost some letters, so I definitely need to go through that before next year. This is from Tot Schooling, which is one of those like mom blogs, I'm pretty sure. And then in Miss Sam's group, she did these pots of gold. I divided them. There's every letter and lots of cutting, but luckily it was last year. I divided them into like groups of letters. So this one's U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. And she just put the little pot out, talked about what sound it made, and then it had the lowercase letter that they had to find, but also pictures of the beginning sound, so window, and so they just put the gold inside the pot for each bag. Some of them got to one bag, some of them got to multiple bags, some of them, like my higher group, they could each have their own bag and do it independently. For my group, it was not themed St. Patrick's Day. I'm really working on those concepts of print, and like I said before, counting the words in a sentence. So even my lower group benefited from a guided reading group, even if obviously they're not reading it, they're understanding, pointing to the words, counting the words, listening to the story, things like that. So we did, it's just about little things, and they just repeated after me at sometimes. The other groups a little bit further along, so they were able to make predictions using their picture clues, things like that. And then we just counted the words in the sentence. Pretty much every sentence had the same number of words, but it was lots of practice with that. For math small group, the independent group had these pots of gold with numbers, and some of them already had the gold, so they would count it and then match with like little erasers that we had. Or some of them were blank and they had to read the number and then put that many erasers inside. So There's lots of them. They were able to work together and spread it all on the table to do that. We also had this printed out, but we did not get to it this year. It's really cute, but it could get boring if it's just like one paper and you're doing it as a whole group. So we didn't get to it, that's okay. In Miss Sam's group, she played bingo with St. Patrick's Day and little erasers as their little counters. So just a cute little bingo board, and then just that vocabulary. Not really math, but that's okay. We're having fun this week. And then in my group, I found this game, Glitter and Glue and Pre-K 2. Love that name. And it's called Leprechaun Leap. So it's just little clothespins. This leprechaun fell off, but you can see it on this one. Whoop, it's a little upside down. But leprechauns, and they start on 0, and then I have a whole thing of dice. We would roll the dice and they would have to go that many spots. The trickiest part was like they would roll a 2, more for this one. These are the lower number ones. They would roll like a number 2 and then they would be on like 6. Is that 6? 4. There we go. I can't even read this, it's upside down. They would be on the number 4 and then they would try to go backwards to the number 2 instead of like 2 more. So I had to really be on them to say, no, 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 we're starting here and go 1, 2. Now we're adding on, we're getting closer to the pot of gold. So it's differentiated obviously by the numbers 0 to 10 as well as the numbers 0 to 20. But I also have die that are 1, 2, 3, like repeated, and then die that go up to 6. So I differentiated it that way as well. And that's it for small groups. So let's see. St. Patrick's Day, I showed you our art project. They turned out really cute. Let me get this one. This one was hilarious. My para, Miss Sam, said it looks like Ed Sheeran. I don't know how to pronounce that correctly, but I think you know who we're talking about. So cute. I feel like I should know how to pronounce that, but for some reason my mind is going blank right now. Okay, so that's small group. I'm gonna go ahead and show you. We did show and share today, even though we didn't have a letter, and we did all things green. So we have a poster for that. They brought a ton of stuff and it took a very long time, which we were like, okay, speed this up. There's a lot of broccoli in here. Toy broccoli. And then we also did our poem, I'm a Little Leprechaun. So I'm gonna show you our quick craft on that one too. All right, here is all the green things. Some of the drawings were by me and then some were by Miss Sam. Look at that Hulk she did. And that frog. And that alligator. Impressive. And then our poem, Little Leprechaun. We did not have a leprechaun cut out, so we didn't have our life together to use our machines at home. But we did have this rainbow that we were able to die cut and let them color, and then a shamrock. Okay, so that is it. Like I said, so excited for spring break. I really hope you guys like this video. Please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Click that subscribe button and that notification bell so you can be notified when I do post new videos. And if you have any ideas of other videos that you would like to see besides these weekly vlogs, I would be happy to make them, so just let me know. See you guys soon. Bye.